Alright, our last problem. The graph shows the velocity of a bumper car moving on a straight line on the interval 0 to 6. When does the object change directions? Alright, well, for velocity tells you the direction and the speed. So when the velocity is negative, the object is moving backwards, and when the velocity is positive, the object is moving forwards. So anywhere where the object changes from positive to negative or negative to positive is where it's going to change directions. So here, the velocity is switching from negative to positive, and here the velocity is switching from positive to negative. So those are going to be our points where the velocity changes directions. At what point does the car reach its maximum distance from the start? Alright, well, let's try to imagine this. I don't know where the bumper car started. I don't know if we can say it started at 0. I would assume that it did, but I don't really know that for sure. But what I do know is that it starts out moving backwards, right? Because the velocity is negative. Then during this whole time here, where the velocity is positive, the object is moving forward, and then it moves backwards again. So if the object starts out moving backwards, and then at time A, it's moving forward all this time, and then it moves backwards, the maximum distance from the start has to be here. So the maximum distance from the start has to be at t equals b. Because, it's not how you spell because. Because the velocity is positive, before t equals b, and negative after. Now, it would be a problem if it became positive again and started moving forward again. Then I would have trouble figuring out when it was the farthest. But since this whole time it's moving forward and the rest of the time it's moving backwards, it has to be its furthest distance at the end of that time interval from A to B. Alright, what is the acceleration of the object on the interval 2 to 4? Well, acceleration is the derivative of velocity, and the derivative is just slope or rate of change. So they're asking me what is the slope on the interval 2 to 4. Alright, well, that's a little simple rise over run situation. So we know that slope is change in y over change in x, or rate of change, whatever you want to call it. So the change in y over the change in x